Alright, what's good, guys? Welcome to another video. Today's third Tuesday, the 27th of January, 2026, and I'm looking on price on silver, and yeah. So this is pretty much my thought process on silver right now. We're still in New York session. Let's see if return is on. We're still in New York session. Um, about 7 minutes before the New York session ends. We're still in New York session, and we can see price is struggling to give us a little bit of push, a little bit of late volume, And yeah, so today what I'm gonna be talking about is how to avoid fake outs, and how to not get stopped out early trading gold or silver, right? So for today we're gonna be talking about silver. I'm gonna hop in the gold soon, but for now let's talk on silver, right? So this was our predictions for today, right? So this was let me just clean up everything. Let's clear our charts. Boom. I bet. So yeah, as you guys can see, on silver we had an indication above this level, right? We had sellers at this level that pushed price down to give us this support, and with this support, price bought up, breaking above this level where we had a little bit of sellers in the market, and that gave us an indication, right? So what is an indication? First of all, an indication is when price breaks above a swing high or below a swing low, right? So on price, this was our swing high level, right? This was our swing high level. As you can see, price break above it, giving us this candle, which is the indication. What is the indication? First of all, what is an indication? An indication is simply telling us that price is trying to go higher or lower, right? An indication is simply telling us that price can go higher above a certain level, right? So as you guys can see, price got break above this level, giving us this indication, and about session ends yesterday, we had this big pullback, which was pretty much a correction to give us a higher low, which we have here. This is our first support, and normally we take our trades once price comes back above the level where we had an indication in the market, right? So let's turn on sessions. As you guys can see, during session, price did not come above our level, right? During session, price did not come above our level the first time. This was during London session. As you guys can see, during London session, price came above this level but failed to come all the way here. Instead, it came down, giving us a higher support, right? So it gave us a higher support. As you guys can see, with this higher support, price gained momentum to be able to push even more, because once price gives us a higher low, what is it trying to give us next? A higher high, right? But not gonna lie, I'm not in this trade. The reason why I'm not in this trade is because we don't have enough volume in the market, right? It's just about 3 minutes before the session ends, and I normally trade only during New York session. Once it's not in New York session, I don't place a trade because fake outs happens out of New York session. Once we're in session, price moves in the direction that we wanted to move, right? So now price is back above our level during session. As you guys can see, back above this level. If I was supposed to enter this trade, my entry level was supposed to come from here. Boom. But I'm not in this trade yet. Reason being that it's about session ends. Session is about to end about 3 minutes to session close. So I know that there's not enough volume to push price all the way to the level that I wanted to go to, which is this level, right? So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm pretty much just gonna be sitting on my hands and watching price. Even if it breaks my alarm, I'm not hopping in buys because I know that it's out of session and I don't want to get faked out, because price will try to fake you out. Definitely, price is gonna try to fake you out. But once you know the time to trade, and you've been doing it for quite some time, you're gonna know the fake outs and you're gonna avoid them. So that's pretty much what I want to talk about today in this video: how to not get faked out, or let's say how to not hit stop loss. Let's put it that way: how to not hit stop loss trading silver or gold, right? First, you have to make sure you trade during the New York session. The New York session starts at 2 o'clock. That's our time in Cameroon. That's 2 o'clock, but in New York it's 9 o'clock. But I don't like hop into the trades immediately session opens. I wait 2:30, because 2:30, that's when the banks open, right? That's when the banks bring in that volume in the market. So the best time for you to place your trades is 2:30, when the banks have already opened, right? So with that being said, that's pretty much it, guys. Price is back up over level, but we're not in a trade because we swing trade. We don't day trade. Me, for instance, I don't day trade. I love holding my trades for 4 days, 3 days, a week or so. I don't like day trading because it be real stressful for me. So I just try to make sure my setups are clean before I hop into the trade. So with that being said, for today, price did give us a little bit of push downwards, but I was not worried. It was just a little correction to eventually build back upwards. So as you guys can see, it's 10 o'clock, session ends. This is the last candle for session ends, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's hop in the gold and see what structures we got in gold. So boom, as you guys can see, gold has given us a big push. Not gonna lie, guys, I was not on gold, like for real. I was not on gold, but it's still good because this is also another indication, right? Because you guys can see the first time price could not break above this level, which means we had sellers at this level pushing price down, right? You can see reactions. Once price hits this level, sellers try to push price down, but they were simply giving us higher support levels, building momentum to eventually have a bullish push, which we can see here, right? Fun fact, I love trading silver because silver pays super more than gold. I love trading silver, and I also trade gold a lot, but I just traded silver recently and I made 40k and I'm super happy. And I'm gonna stick with silver for the meantime, but I'm also gonna be trading gold. Not gonna lie, we're hitting all-time highs on gold, so I'm super happy. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So tomorrow, I'm not sure of trading tomorrow. I'll probably trade Thursday or Friday, depending on the structure that I see in the markets. And yeah, let's just see, guys. Let's just see. But I don't like trading on Wednesday because Wednesday be full of fake outs. Price does a lot of fake outs Wednesday from what I found. So I'm gonna just lay back and see what price does, and just wait for price to give us a good structure that we can base our plays off that. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, that's how I look at price. That's how I look at price. That's how I see price. And yeah, so cut the long story short, to avoid getting in the fake out trades, what you want to do is make sure you trade during New York session. That's 2 o'clock. but I recommend you trade 230 because that's when the banks open, and that's when we have a lot of volume in the market to eventually have that big push that that we're looking for. So with that being said, that's pretty much it, guys. And as well, to cash my trades and to cash my trade setups is only cash outs on IG. And yeah, I'm thinking of opening up a Telegram channel that I could probably like post my setups on there too. But yeah, we're gonna do that probably some of the time. We're gonna do that some of the time. So with that being said, that's how I see price. Gold, we've got a new indication above 5,114. So we have an indication above this level. We're gonna be waiting to see something like this. This price goes up, it reaches a level, starts to come down to give us the correction, and then when price starts building back upwards, we're gonna base our plays off that, to eventually take it even higher. So that's how I see price. And yeah, I hope you guys learned something from the video today. And if you guys want to cash my trade setups, like I said, it's only cash outs on IG, on YouTube, only cash outs. Love, peace and love, everybody.